ॐ ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। जय गुरुदेव।
श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः भक्तियोगः। अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ताये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवं सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मन आधस्त्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मध्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागाच्च अनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखः सुखक्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैः मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्ष शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न रष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान्यः स मे प्रियः समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिः भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धानामत्परमा श्रद्दधानामत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय क्षेत्रमित्यभिधीयते एतद्यो वेत्ति तं प्राहुः क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु just give me 2 minutes so we will just see the last verse once again. I will just read the previous paragraph. So bhaktiman sa naraha, that person is a devotee. The popular meaning, rudyartha of nara is simply person, but its etymological meaning is the one who does not die. Na riyate iti naraha, an epithet for Paramatma. Because of knowledge of Atma, this person has become a Nara. This person has become a Nara. He is further called Bhaktiman, the one who has Bhakti. Rudyartha. He is further called Bhaktiman, the one who has Bhakti, which means Jnana Swarupa Bhakti. And He is beloved to me. Me priyaha, which means, as we have seen, he is my Atma. He is not separate from me. Here, Bhaktiman is used in the sense of Jnani. We have seen the four types of bhaktas. The bhakta in distress, the one who is a bhakta when he wants something, a mumukshu who is pursuing knowledge, and the gnani who Bhagwan declares as himself. That is the bhakta described here. Let us maintain the word bhakta, as the word devotee can be problematic. The root bhaj from which it comes means to pursue and also to gain. Now Bhagavan concludes. Introducing this last verse, Shankara says that the list of the group of attributes of those sannyasis who have clear knowledge of the real Vastu, who have freed themselves from the threefold desire for wealth, progeny, and the hereafter, and who are committed to the pursuit of Akshara Brahma, which was initiated, is now concluded. So here, those four types of bhaktas, as those who are artha, artharthi, then jignashu or mumukshu, and the gnani. And out of them, the gnani is Parmeshwara himself. And he is beloved to Bhagavan, because they have freed themselves from the threefold desire for wealth, progeny, and hereafter. So now the last verse. All the qualities taught so far are summed up in this last verse. Ye tu dharmyamritamidam yathoktam paryupasate shraddhana parama bhaktastetiva me priyaha. Ye tu, however, those who paryupasate, follow dharmya amrutam idam, this life that is in keeping with dharma, leading to immortality. Yathoktam, as was told, shraddhana, shraddhana, shraddhana. I think I
Shraddha
have the
dhana. Shraddha dhana.
Shraddha. That fundamental wrong perception from the beginning I have about the pronunciation. Shraddhadhana. Shraddhadhana. Shraddhadhana.
Shraddhadhana.
Shraddhadhana. Shraddhadhana. Kshamyam. Who are endowed with Shraddha, Mat Paramah, for whom I am the ultimate. Te Bhaktaha, those devotees, Ativa, exceedingly, Me Priyaha, beloved to me. Ye Paryupasate, Dharmya Amrutam Idam, Yaduktam, Shraddhadhanaha, Matparamaha, Te Bhakta, Ativa, Me Priyaha. However, those who follow this life, that is, in keeping with Dharma, leading to immortality, as was told, who are endowed with Shraddha, and for whom I am the ultimate, those devotees are exceedingly beloved to me. They are most beloved to me. Dharmyamritam. Dharmyam is that which does not move away from dharma. Dharmat anapetam. And it is amrita, because it is the cause for amritatva. immortality. This life of dharma, which consists of conducting oneself in keeping with the description of a wise man that was just told Yathokta, and meditating upon Akshara Brahma, is the means for liberation. The wise man's natural expression, friendliness, maitri, compassion, karuna, absence of dvesha, etc., become the values of those who seek this wisdom. I repeat these qualities. The wise man's natural expression, friendliness, maitri, compassion, karuna, absence of dvesha, etc., become the values of those who seek this wisdom. Those mumukshus meditating upon Akshara Brahma also pursue these values relatively. They are able to pursue this well and with great enthusiasm because they are Shraddhadhanaha. They are endowed with Shraddha in themselves, the teacher, the Shastra, and Ishvara. The grace of all four is required. Through prayer, we gather the grace of Ishvara. And one manifestation of that grace, Swara Kripa or Ishvara Kripa, is the very Shraddha.
I
Because
think
of
that has to
Shraddha,
be read as Ishvara Kripa.
okay, through
Yeah.
prayer we gather the grace of Ishvara, and one manifestation of that grace, Ishvara Kripa, is the very Shraddha. Because of Shraddha in the Shastra, there is Shastra Kripa, whereby what the Shastra says is understood properly. Otherwise, Shastra will be interpreted differently, which is why we have so many schools of thought arising from the same Shastra. Thirdly, you require the teacher's grace, Guru Kripa, and finally, your own Atma Kripa. When they are all there, you will have conducive situations and atmosphere. Trust in yourself, and therefore this knowledge. Shraddha is a very comprehensive word. Those who have it are Shraddhanas. Shraddhanas. Because Krishna is summing up here, he makes it very clear by saying Paramaha, those whose commitment is to me. If you are invoking the grace of the Lord for the sake of health or economic welfare or any other reason, then your commitment is to those things and not to Ishvara. There is nothing wrong with that, but the one who is Mat Parama wants to know Ishvara, which is an entirely different thing. He is a mumukshu because there is no moksha other than Ishvara, who is moksha swarupa. Therefore, you have to recognize Parmeshwara, for which you must necessarily be Ishvara Parama. To make it clear that this is not a meditation upon the cosmic form, Vishwarupa Upasana, Shankara says that when Lord Krishna says Aham here, the meaning is Akshara Atma, the self that is not subject to destruction, who is the Paramagati, the ultimate and. It is also the immediate and. I repeat, this is very profound word. To make it clear that this is not a meditation upon the cosmic form, Vishwarupa Upasana, Shankara says that when Lord Krishna says Aham here, the meaning is Akshara Atma, the self that is not subject to destruction, who is the Paramagati, the ultimate and it is also the immediate and. If it is only the ultimate and, you can postpone it. But when the ultimate and the immediate ends are the same, the commitment is complete. This is possible because the end is incomparable. Nairatishya gati. Now, niratishya, niratishya Kshamyatam, Niratishaya Gati. Kindly correct me if my pronunciation is wrong. Niratishaya Gati. This is possible because the end,
Niratisaya Gati.
it is sure because there is apostrophe on S. So it
Sure,
is.
Niratishaya Gati.
This is possible because the end is incomparable. Niratishaya Gati. Brahmaji, kindly correct me if it is wrong. His pursuit is backed not by a simple faith, but
Belaji, please unmute yourself.
okay. Yeah, so his pursuit is backed not by a simple faith, but by a clarity about what he wants and the nature of what he is seeing. This paragraph, can someone explain? Very, very profound it is. I may to understand, but I will just repeat this once again to make clear that this is not a meditation upon the cosmic form. Vishwarupa Upa Shankara says that when Lord Krishna says Aham here, the meaning is Akshara Atma, the self that is not subject to destruction, who is the Paramati, the ultimate and it is also the immediate and. If it is only the ultimate and, you can postpone it. But when the ultimate and the immediate ends are the same, the commitment is complete. This is possible because the end is incomparable. Nirati Shaya Gati. His pursuit is backed not by a simple faith, but by a clarity about what he wants and the nature of what he is seeking. So he is Mat Parama. He has no other goal except Parmeshwara.
But there is no word aham here, no? In this word, this verse at least.
Yeah, in the verse there is Aham, no?
No, there is no. Bhaktaste ativa me priya. Me is there. Means for me.
Okay. So may it is the form of Asmat Swaru.
Aham.
Aham. So may means Bhagwan's. That is Bhagwan himself. And Aham means Atma. Akshara Atma. Who is the Paramagati. And it is the immediate end. Means once that avarana is gone, ajnana avarana. Anyone would like to share? Or I complete reading and then we discuss, right? They are called bhaktas whose bhakti is characterized by knowledge of what is real, the paramartha vastu. They are called bhaktas whose bhakti is characterized by knowledge of what is real, the paramartha vastu. The jnana is also real because it is not subject to sublation. Of those who have this knowledge, Bhagavan says, they are the most beloved to me. Te ativa me priyah. His use of the word ativa makes it clear that he is speaking here of the jnani, not any other bhakta. Though the karma yogis are also dear, the jnanis are absolutely dear to Bhagavan because they are not different from himself. Their bhakti has fulfilled itself in the form of knowledge, and since fulfilled bhakti is also bhakti, the jnani is called a bhakta. In the beginning, his pursuit is jnana, and in the end, it is again jnana. So, Jnani is not comparable. It is Bhagavan himself, Parmeshwara himself, Bhagavan says. That is why he is dear to Bhagavan. And he is also, because his bhakti is, it is fulfilled bhakti. So that's why he is also a bhakta. Whatever effort is required to do Shravana and foster these values in himself, he does. They do not automatically take care of themselves. You have to apply your will to cultivate these values and keep yourself in a position where you can gain this knowledge. I repeat, whatever effort is required to do Shravana and foster these values in himself, he does. They do not automatically take care of themselves. You have to apply your will to cultivate these values and keep yourself in a position where you can gain this knowledge. Because of the nature of the pursuit, it may not look as though the person is doing very much at all. It is something like trying to solve a mathematical problem. Once the mind is seized with it, even though one may get vexed or tired and stop actively trying to solve it, he goes on puzzling over it subconsciously. On the surface, he is doing various other things, but subconsciously, he keeps analyzing the problem, and one day the solution strikes him. This is what is commonly called intuition. A person who has not been seized with this problem will never have such an intuition. Only the person who discerns the problem will discover the solution, as only the mathematician will discover the solution to a mathematical problem, not someone who has not gone to elementary school. I repeat, very, very important and profound about intuition. Because of the nature of the pursuit, it may not look as though the person is doing very much at all. It is something like trying to solve a mathematical problem. Once the mind is seized with it, even though one may get vexed or tired and stop actively trying to solve it, he goes on puzzling over it subconsciously. On the surface, he is doing various other things, but subconsciously, he keeps analyzing the problem, and one day the solution strikes him. This is what is commonly called intuition. A person who has not been seized with this problem will never have such an intuition. Only the person who discerns the problem will discover the solution, as only the mathematician will discover the solution to a mathematical problem, not someone who has not gone to elementary school. So, as a sadhana, when it becomes like a tambura at the back of your mind, constantly that is playing, then I think one day that puzzle will be automatically solved through intuition. That aham brahmasmi, that mahavakya, will automatically reveal itself. That is what is my little understanding. Anyone would like to share?
See, this statement also uh, gives us the fact that a person who's not gone to elementary school, taking the example, cannot even think of mathematics. So the uninitiated cannot even think of moksha. So as a beginner, all those things that we, the little rituals and whatever is required to actually understand who Ishvara is, or recognize that there is someone who is there higher, the higher power. That will be the first step. And then as they keep doing these rituals, the adrishta phala is what puts them on the path, gets them a guru, opens them up to Shastra, and they start getting exposed to the knowledge. Then the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, all that can happen. So then they can kind of getting exposed to the mathematical problem. And once you get that mathematical problem, you're not solved it. Like all the jignasus, the mumukshus have a problem, but they've not solved it. So they subconsciously keep thinking about it and about it. Initially, they do Saguna Brahma Upasana, and then they do the Akshara Brahma Upasana till they finally get the solution. That is when they become the jnani. So I think that is the evolution process for anyone. It is not that they suddenly become a mumukshu, unless because of the purva vasanas. The past lifetimes also are considered. You cannot, like there are some who as soon as they are born, like how Gurudev was, they have the vasanas so strong in them that they exhibit that. But for most others who are still not initiated into the path, they would have to go through these steps. That kindergarten step is so important. So that is why we do not look down upon anybody. You may have reached a certain level. That does not mean you will belittle others who are who are doing daily their ritualistic prayers. Everything has its place.
This we need to do lot of manana actually. It's very, very useful and important. And for most of us, this is actually happening also when we look back ourselves, how we were 20 years back, 10 years back, 5 years back, even before and after pandemic also. So much manana, so much shastras also we are exposed much more. Isn't it? Don't we feel so like that?
Very true. And this is so important. You have to apply your will to cultivate these values and keep yourself in a position where you can gain this knowledge. So the priority between Atma, Anatma, Shreyas, Prayas, so important it is.
Chare veti, chare veti. Om Namah Shivaya.
These things do not happen by accident. They require effort. You have to know, and you are not going to stumble upon this knowledge. You need a means of knowledge. And to discover the proper means of knowledge, you require grace, which is earned. I repeat, these things do not happen by accident. They require effort. You have to know, and you are not going to stumble upon this knowledge. You need a means of knowledge. And to discover the proper means of knowledge, you require grace, which is earned. Why should you be directed to it while another passes it by, or another, even having heard it, disregards it? Again, it comes down to effort. There is some samskara for Advaita, which is a karma phala of great punya. Therefore, you must exercise to overcome certain difficulties which may arise. So important, I repeat, there is some samskara for Advaita, which is a karma phala of great punya. Therefore, you must exercise to overcome certain difficulties which may arise. In any pursuit, there are difficulties, and the pursuit of knowledge is no exception. People lose their enthusiasm and even give up in the face of obstacles only because they are not clear about what they want. With some effort and will, the difficulties can be faced. And as I told you, prayer is the ultimate expression of will. The one who wants to reach the ultimate end, which is the most beloved and not different from himself, must make effort, yatna. I repeat this last line because it is Bhagwan's such a revelation words. With some effort and will, the difficulties can be faced. And as I told you, prayer is the ultimate expression of will. The one who wants to reach the ultimate end, which is the most beloved and not different from himself, must make effort, yatna. Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjun Samvade Bhakti Yogo Nama Dvadashodhyayah. Om Tat Sat. This is the 12th chapter in which the topic is Bhakti in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is Brahma Vidya and Yoga Shastra in the form of a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Both the one who is meditating on Akshara Brahma and one who is pursuing Karma Yoga, combined meditation on Saguna Brahma are bhaktas. The word bhakti is used diversely in this chapter, and thus the topic of the chapter is bhakti. There is no separate discipline called bhakti yoga. Yoga here, as in all the other chapters, means a topic. I repeat, there is a breaking of voice. There is no separate discipline. No separate discipline called bhakti yoga. Yoga here, as in all the other chapters, means a topic. Both bhakti, characterized by the knowledge of what is real, and that characterized by a devotion to and meditation upon Parameshwara, are mentioned here. At the end, Lord Krishna says, Te ativa me priyaha. They are for me the most beloved. And that's it. So that Ananya Bhakti becomes Bhagwan's Priya. Those Jnanis are Parameshwara Swarupa Atma Swarupa Veva. I will just chant the first verse of. Please share your takeaways. I will just give me 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll just chant the first shloka of अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञयोगः अर्जुन उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च एतद्वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु We will just close our eyes and try to recall as many words we remember as possible, and we will have Manana for the verse 20th verse, as well as the whole, we can recollect the whole chapter as a roadmap for our daily sadhana, as daily sadhana. So in the last verse, Bhagwan is saying those who are having that Ananya Bhakti, they are my very, very beloved. For them, there is no other guru. Mat Parama. They are beloved to Bhagavan. And for that, reaching that state, we have to put our effort. It doesn't happen one fine morning without any effort. As Brahmaraji very beautifully said, our daily rituals, our Nidhi Dhyasana, our Shravana, Manana, these are so very important. So with those yatna, with those effort, we can reach there. Kindly share your takeaways.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev. That paragraph which talks of how this is immediate knowledge, it is not something that you will gain after some time. That is something which is apart from you. This is immediate, the end. That paragraph which talked about the end. The end is immediate. It is not something removed from you. So the person who's pursuing it understands this, and it is with this clarity that he pursues it. And therefore, like the mathematician who has a problem that is not solved, he goes on thinking about it, even subconsciously. So just imagine if all the subconscious is filled with only thoughts of the Atma, thoughts of Tattva Chintana, then suddenly one day, like what Nana said, Atma will, at the appropriate moment and time, Atma will decide when to reveal itself or himself or herself. So our duty is to just keep the house clean for that to enter, for that knowledge to dawn.
So
And
that is
the
Atmakrita.
Antakarna should be so spotless that there is no chance of it going back into the samsara. It should be that clean. And for that, the Shravana, Manana will help. Because every time that's in our experience also. Every time we listen to the knowledge, compared to how we were last year to how we are now, I'm most certain the understanding of the Shastra, understanding of the Gita and what Swamiji is implying in this beautiful Gita home study, it's becoming a bit clearer, much better than it was last year.
Very true.
So that is what the Paunena Shravanam Kuryat. Again, Punah Punah Shravanam Kuryat. And what is Jnana is nothing but that clarity, that Sthira Matihi, that Dhrida Nishchaya, where you know with clarity what is the connect between the Jiva and the Paramatma. That Hridaya Granthi, that avidya that binds the Jiva and the Paramatma, that will slowly start getting unknotted. That avarana, that the veil of Maya will slowly start thinning out. The more we are at this. Otherwise, if the antakarna is like a opaque object, there is no light passing through. As you keep doing this sadhana, this being in this knowledge, doing shravana and all that, then that becomes like translucent, maybe a little lighter. Some light passes, so there's a little bit of clarity here and there, but we're still not very clear. But when we become spotless like a crystal, completely transparent, that is the Shuddha Antakarna. And it's also sthira. It is like Naishchalya. There is that stillness. Then that full light of the Atma, the brilliance of the Atma can shine through.
this example of OPEC is very beautiful. Immediately we can connect to it.
Brahmanaji, this Niratishaya Gati is like a steadfastness.
I think Niratishaya Gati is that which is uncomparable, right? Incomparable to anything. Because Niratishaya, I think that the one that is beyond compare, it is the highest. So there is nothing other than this. Like if you remember, I think in somewhere we learned that in samsaric knowledge, there is always something greater, something higher that you can achieve, something more than you already know. But Atma Vidya is the only thing where after a point, after you've recognized, then there is nothing else because that is all it is. So it is incomparable to anything.
So beautiful words Sanskrit has. Shiva. Nirati Shiva. And those efforts, they have to be continuous, steadfast efforts. It should happen that in between something happens and you think that, oh, this is all futile. I want to go back. And it should be like that continuous, steadfast efforts with Shraddha.
Like mathematician who is be always thinking about it, subconsciously.
At the back of his mind.
Behind. Though he is doing many other things. At the back of mind, he is having that. So at the back of mind, we are having that. We should be having that. And we should be following all those Adveshta, Sarvabhutanam, all the qualities. Every moment we should be seeing whether we are clear about it, how we behave, how we this one. Karuna, Maitri, Nirmama, Nirmoha. Very, very, very. Each and every word is so good. Aniketa. Aniketa means we should not be attached to our home also.
This chapter is very
that is the
tool,
ultimate.
This
chapter, let us recall every word from the shloka very beautifully. Sureshji, kindly help us in recollecting all those words. Very nice. Maitri, Karuna, Anataram,
Nirmama,
Shaucha,
Nirmaha,
Adveshta, Sarva Bhutana,
Sama Dukkha, Sukhi, Kshami.
Kshami.
Adveshta, Sarva Bhutana, Maitri. Karuna Yevacha, Nirmama, Nirmoha.
We can also add our one-line explanation for each word, please.
Yeah.
Nirahankara, Nirmamo
Nirahankara, Samadukka Sukhi Kshami. So good, all this.
Sorry for interruption. All of us, we have done Sayam here, no?
Yeah, same.
All these qualities only, how they can be imbibed totally, like how not only mentally.
Guruji practically he gives us. He has given us already. We are there already.
Mantras. Every word is a mantra, and how it has to become our existence actually, not only intellectual understanding. So he has given us everything. And if somebody has not done Sayam, please go ahead. All these qualities will become the part and parcel
of you.
Yeah.
Especially these 6-7 words, we should be daily chanting it. In our Bhagavad Gita, when we are studying, this was by hearted for us. Therefore, I could remember all this immediate.
Yeah, this whole chapter, in fact, the whole Bhagavad Gita, but this chapter
This, no,
specifically, it is
those
very small
Advesta Sarva
and we can
Bhutanam.
remember also.
No, Advesta Sarva Bhutanam. That is really wonderful. Advesta is the meaning. You look upon everyone as yourself.
Mm.
You love. There is no dvesha at all.
Satatam yogi is also such a beautiful word. Santushtaha satatam yogi.
Yogi.
Nirantar, he is always like, because
Tulya
he feels
Ninda
complete.
Stuti. Tulya Ninda Stuti. That is what Apmana, Pamana, all.
Whether there is insult or anger, there is no
Yes.
reaction.
No reaction. Tulya means balance.
Harsha, Marsha, whether it is
Oh,
a matter
so
of
good.
praise or a matter of criticism, he is the same.
Amarsha. Harsha, Amarsha. He described it, Amarsha, so nicely also. Wonderful.
Dakshata also so very well he explained. Vivek Buddhi.
Buddhi. Ultimately is that Aniketa, that is really, that is what sannyasi should not stay at one place, they say, no. That is what it is. Aniketa. So that attachment should not happen to that place.
Correct.
See, even when you go to a class, you sit at one place only,
The most comfortable with all.
No, you are gone on the first day, you sat on that day. There only you will come and sit again, as if it is your place.
Very true.
I remember, we used to sit down for eating food. And we used to sit at the same place and same plate, We used to fight. Me and my sister and all that. So much attachment we'll be having. See, I was with my daughter, granddaughter. I came just now from US. She is now 4-5 months. So we always, they laugh, they are so innocent. But we only tell them, oh, this is your papa, this is your this one, this is your name, this is. So we are inducing the reverse.
Correct. To a pure soul, for him or her, everything is same. Everybody is same.
Same, But whenever any mama came, Aja came, Tata came, we are forcing them to. So we have to.
Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa.
Nama Rupa. So I was reading this and I was really perplexed.
That's why everything we need to undo it and then again come to the Bal Bhav. What Gurudev says, no, I want all
that is what
become
all.
Again that innocent babies.
And luckily we have put her name Advaita.
So nice.
So nice. And I'm teaching her, this is your mother, this is your father. This is cat, this is cat, this is apple, all Nama Rupa. Oh.
Along with that, we should also teach them what Madalasa taught her child. You know, this
What
beautiful
is that? I
Madalasa
don't.
Stotram is
Ah.
this mother teaches her unborn child what the
Hmm.
truth of existence is. I will share
Yeah.
that beautiful song that Shalini and Srinivas sang. Shalini
Okay.
sang with this one. It's so, so beautiful. In fact, it is recommended that we go to bed listening to that.
Is there
Madalasa
any
Stotram.
with meanings? It is there.
Yeah, it comes with the meanings. The thing
Meaning.
that is there has the meaning as well. So in the transactional world, we can't help but tell them this is apple, this is banana, this is table. That is inevitable. That we are born in the
Inevitable.
human
Yes.
birth. We cannot not distinguish and learn and live. That is the wonder, isn't it? So
Yes.
from coming from being in the space of Advaita, then we're created. From there, the whole journey is about going back from where we started.
Deleting. That is what I was. Each moment
Journey
I was
within.
feeling that. I was feeling that. How a journey starts and how I am ending it. It's really de-learning it.
Siddhosi from Buddhosi, something like that. Madhurika. From Siddhosi,
We can't
Buddhosi.
hear you, Madhuriji. I'm not able to hear you. Are you
Yes, I
audible?
could not also. I also could.
From Shuddhosi, Buddhosi, something like that.
Yeah.
Rasit.
Nityoham mukto shuddhoham buddhoham muktoham. Beautiful. Satchidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham.
And also we have to be very clear, like this path is not an easy path. It is like Brahmaraji said, resurrect Brahmaraji. This is the word. It is like that. But with that,
Once we have come with
small,
Guruji, everything is easy.
that Shraddha, it is a
He has
cakewalk with
taught
the help of
everything.
the
Now
grace
we
of
are,
Guru.
he has taught everything. Now we are imbibing it. That's it. Without reading Bhagavad Gita, he has taught us practically Sudarshan Kriya. What a big soul he is. Given in a nutshell, the whole thing. He has given a very, very, very big Sudarshan Kriya. Wonderful.
We realize the impact and importance of Sudarshan Kriya and all his teachings more and more.
More,
As
yes. No, he has completely, what you say, Upanishads, everything he has taken it into a small capsule and given to us. No one has done it almost, I think. You don't need anything before you come to Sudarshan Kriya. And once you have it, you have the whole knowledge in it. What a beautiful. We are so lucky to have him. I was with him in World Cultural Festival, knowledge sessions, everywhere. I enjoyed that.
Jai Gurudev. So before we close, I was I'm wanting to just confirm the timings tomorrow for the Upanishad session 2. So is 7 to 8 okay with everybody? The 7 to 8 as in 9:30 to 10:30 India time?
Oh, 9:32. Okay, good. That would be good.
Nine.
Yeah,
So those
by
of
the
you who
time
cannot make it, then you can access it on the YouTube. I will
you
post the link.
okay.
So tomorrow, 9:30 India time, we will have the second session of Upanishad Ratnakaram. And from Monday onwards, we'll begin chapter 13
Okay,
of
good.
Bhagavad
So
Gita.
nice.
Okay.
Jai.
So I will share the PDFs of the 13
13
chapter,
chapter.
and then we'll get started.
Brahmaraji, there is one request. Nanaji's session is so filled with wisdom. Can we have Manana one day on that also? If we can have like last week what he said, if we have the recall of.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
We can
Dhanyavad.
actually, what we can do is soon after Nana finishes the session, that will be 1 hour, isn't it? So the next 15-20 minutes, we can just do a little recap of what we did. That we'll do tomorrow. And then the session 1, we can all go through once and then do that as well.
Wonderful. Dhanyavad, Brahmaraji.
Can somebody share when this 12th chapter started? How many days back? Today is the 31st or 32nd, I think.
Which one are you asking?
12th chapter, we have
When we
completed.
started? Oh, I think if you go back on the YouTube, it would mention it's almost 2 months now, I think, that we started.
Yeah, this was the revision. We did
This
it
was
once
revision.
again.
Revision itself took 1 month almost.
Yeah. No, this is
So
only
I
20,
think
20 shlokas, but so profound it is.
So 1 month we are on this 12th chapter, no? Need to
2
go back.
months to be precise.
2 months.
We did once and then we did it once again. We revised it.
Thank you. I just want to again recap the whole thing. That's why I asked.
This chapter is so powerful. Same like that Atma Sanyam Yoga, that also is equally we repeated twice. So we are so grateful, Brahmaraji. Very beautiful it is. Kindly everybody share, please, so that we can. It's so beautiful. Every shloka has a kind of takeaway. Today we did not hear Dr. Savita ji, Suma ji, Mrinal ji, and our respected Percy ji.
Yeah, I'm sorry I joined a bit late.
Kindly share, no? Because every one of us are having a very wonderful, beautiful perspective about
So actually, the whole chapter where Arjuna starts by asking who is better, the one who's pursuing Akshara Brahma Upasana or Saguna Brahma Upasana. Bhagwan very clearly says, leave those that are pursuing Akshara Brahma Upasana. They're like jnanis, they're already me. So for you, what you do is Saguna Brahma Upasana. And in that, he mentions the different options. If this is difficult, then you do this. So, Dhyanat karma phala tyagah tyaga chantiranantara. So, he talks of the different alternatives. He said if dhyana is difficult for you, Saguna Brahma Upasana is difficult, then you do yoga, Ashtanga yoga. If that is also difficult, then you pursue karma yoga. If that is also difficult, then you do you pursue the karma phala tyaga. That is supreme because it will take you to that space of the space of being centered.
Karma phala tyaga is karma yoga only.
It is karma yoga.
Right, that's okay.
So
Yeah.
he says at least that if you're not able to do, like for instance, karma yoga is you don't follow your raga dveshas. But here in karma phala tyaga, supposing you're not able to completely take a hold on your raga dveshas, you do whatever you're directed by your raga dvesha, for instance, but drop the result. Karma phala tyaga is what he says. Even that will help you. So all this is like he's giving us those the steps, so to say. If you're not able to do one, you can do the other. It just brings us back to that elementary school where without having been in elementary school, you can't even think of a mathematical problem. It makes no sense to you. So in order for us to get that, we need the grace and all the four graces, different graces. The grace of Ishvara. Advaita Vasana Ishvara Kripa Deva. So even the very thought of thinking about Advaita, becoming a mumukshu itself is the grace of Ishvara. And then from that, you develop that Shraddha towards the Shastra, and therefore you get the Shastra Kripa. And then, of course, the Guru Kripa. When you are directed because of this Adrishta Phala of all that you have done, you get the grace of Ishvara, and that will put you on the path, get you the Acharya, get you the teacher. And then you have the grace of the teacher dawning on you. Then you have your Atma Kripa. All the four are necessary.
Ultimate.
Shraddha.
Ultimate is Atma Kripa. That is where we are lacking.
Atma Kripa here is self Kripa, is about you.
Yes, that is
it's about your self effort.
Yourself only.
Your will and everything.
Relax. Guruji says, no, relax.
Right.
Without that end part.
And how that Hridaya Granthi is the knot, that is the fundamental knot between the Jiva and the Paramatma, which is knotted by Avidya. And from that you have those three strands of karma, kama, karma and
Avidya.
Avidya. And how we need to, see all this karma, when you talk of karma, it is only born of ajnana. So it is only the sword of jnana that can dispel this karma and all that we go through. So holding on to knowledge, ultimately, pursuing it in the right way, understanding it. And the highest form of prayer, the highest form of self-will is prayer. And what do we pray for? We don't pray for wealth, health, fame, all of that. We know, I think we've reached a stage where we know that is immaterial. Whatever has to happen will happen. What we pray for is that commitment to be steadfast on this Tattva Jnana. That we get the correct import of what the Shastra is giving us. That we understand with clarity. That never would we stray away from this path. That should be our prayer. No? So I think if nobody has anything else to share, we'll close the session here. We'll meet up tomorrow at 9:30 India time. So please note, I'll put in a message as well. 9:30 India time will be Upanishad session 2. Okay. Jai Gurudev.